Takes incoming ninjas. When I'm not reviewing movies and streams, I spend a little time gaming. After years of middling content in Overwatch 2, I was drawn to Marvel Rivals for its fast-paced action, diverse character roster, and execution of the hero fantasy. How'd that get in there? I listen to the pros and streamers, just like you. Sometimes they get caught up in their bubble and forget about the perspective of the little guy. Well, with much experience, but little mechanical skill and even slower reflexes, I want to disabuse those at the beginning of their journey of a few misconceptions created by the higher-ups. Stick around to the end for the one thing that pros get right regardless of level. Your DPS should be able to get kills regardless of how you're playing. If you are a Vanguard/tank, you should be able to play the objective however you see fit, with the expectation of being pocketed by 2 healers as you take space. Your teammates freely chose the role of damage dealer and they need to drop bodies, period. You lock in Penny Parker, web your way to the point, and drop your spider's nest. You did your part. It's time for Jesus and DPS to take the wheel. Damage dealers have all the mobility, so it should be easy for them to find healing packs while you suckle from the teat of the nearest strategist who you will desperately try to shake line of sight from. Marksmen expect you to hug corners, taking cover like some bitch, while they dash for off angles to get around shields, defend against flankers, flyers, and Captain America now that people realize he doesn't suck balls. Their damage is completely divorced from you and your healers. If anything, they should facilitate your playstyle, you altruistic godman. The fact that they're pleading with you for shields and heals exemplifies the skill diff. Resources are for frontliners, bitch. You should uninstall. Storm and Iron Man. What harm could they pose from so far away? Both Iron Man and Storm have the type of damage that hits like acid rain. It's annoying and it will mess up your paint job. If you must counter this annoyance, refrain from allocating more than one person to the task. It's a well-known fact that the aim of a gold Punisher from 35 meters away is more than enough pressure to keep a high flyer honest and running for cover. Let your boy handle the light work. They have 3 hours on Hela. 2-tapping headshots should be second nature by now. In the end, it's gonna take more than a couple of buffs to make Storm S tier. High ground is for chumps. You might think capturing an elevated vantage point with natural cover is a great idea just because it's what every military leader has done since the beginning of time. It forces an enemy to engage you completely exposed like a spread eagle French strumpet. But there is something that you and I know they don't. That's a pussy maneuver. It is always better to immediately run to the point in full force before it unlocks. This will ensure an optimal view of the enemy as they advance. I mean, unless they take high ground. Where others see a kill box, you see a power square, with the corners representing the tenets of mine, I licked and claimed it, and of course, no takesies backsies. This is typically the best course of action. I mean, it's not like a window in the sky is going to open up and rain down explosive rounds while you stand in the open with a thumb up your ass. Always wait for the enemy to return to the point. Anyone who's anyone will tell you the best way to defend the objective is by standing on it. Engaging the enemy before they get a chance to regroup and walk all the way back is extremely ungentlemanly. You don't want the opposition to waste your time and their ults meters from spawn just to get out of the door. Everyone will start spreading rumors about you being a filthy spawn camper, or worse, a sweat. With this tactic, it won't be long before you're fighting for your life under a hail of auto-targeting, nigh invincible wombo combos that give you that rush of adrenaline you so desire. For those about to die, I salute you. Headphones are optional and mics are cancer. The dude that stays silent through the entire match only to pop off about other people's failures during the opposition's MVP clip is the coolest person in the lobby. Only a bitch and people who want friends use comms. You're a lone wolf, and this isn't some therapy circle where we just air our feelings. If you have an idea about how we can achieve victory, treat it like childhood trauma and keep it to yourself. The culmination of an effective fighting force should be governed by fate, Fuck all this strategy and trust that random strangers can come together in unison during the heat of overtime. You remember how well it worked when your girlfriend wanted you to read her mind? This is that, times 6. Muted. Nobody wants to hear your callouts, Jake. Oh yeah, that Black Panther in your back line that you can't hear because you're using 2-channel speakers instead of surround sound headphones? He's just a diamond one trick with 100 hours. I'm sure your healers have things covered. They'll give you a ping if shit gets squirrely. Lastly, I promised one thing that holds true even in the metal ranks. One-tricking always works. Work hard to get good at one hero and you will dominate. When the opposition is caving your soul in from every orifice like your Angela White stunt double, stay the course. You are not being countered. There is a skill diff between their team and the rest of yours. Your favorite streamer made it all the way to Grandmaster one-tricking and you are just like them. One day soon, the winds of change will break your way and you'll be featured in someone's "Here's what 1,000 hours as Iron Fist looks like" video. Wiping teams just like Season 0. If all else fails, beg the gods for a buff to your main. It'll be easy. The other team will already have you on your knees. That's it for now, clan. Let me know if you'd like me to do more videos like this one. As for the next time you need a hit of mid-spirited reviews and witticisms, look to the shadows and...
Etiquette.